It's time for Nixon and Agnew Reviews! Brought to you by Charlington Chews. Improve your aim on the loo. Just target this Jew. Each chew sold separately, not available at Target. Godspeed, Patriots. 37th President of the United States, Richard Nixon here, along with the headless body of Agnew. Say hello, Agnew. Yarr! Now remember, we gotta be careful, Agnew, after we just got that copyright strike on our recent Wolf of Wall Street movie review. I don't want any more risk of legal action threatened against us. Yarr! It was your fault, Agnew. You got our video banned from the YouTubes because you left the shots of Margot Robbie's sweet, sweet boobies in. And don't get me started on the gay orgy scene. It's one thing leaving that in. It's quite another zooming in on certain parts of the shot when editing. It's no wonder we violated the no nudity rule and a bunch of other terms of service guidelines. You really screwed up, Agnew. Now we gotta leave that video out in the wild, wild west to fight for itself on alt-tech sites like BitChute and Rumble, and hope some alt-right types don't flag it for featuring too much liberal concepts like toplessness and love is love no matter what's between their legs or which hole they're putting it in. Arr! Anyway, let's just try to keep our heads down and our noses clean whilst all this legal trouble is cleared up. I don't want to risk any more lawsuits, you hear me? Arr! Good boy. Now what are we watching today, Agnew? Hawk-Eye, eh? Is this a sequel to Falcon Nose? Or a prequel, maybe? To Eagle Earlobe? No! Oh, another Marvel thing. This time about a guy with incredible aim? Didn't we just sit through 8 seasons of that on the CW? What more story is there left to tell? He already slept his way through every girl in Star City, and I'm pretty sure it won its unofficial competition with Lost to exhaust the audience with the tedious and grossly abusive use of flashback sequences. Oh, unless we're finally going to see that Jonathan Diggle fella finally become the Green Lantern. Arr! Oh, the rubbish guy from the Avengers? Cool. What was his name again? Oh yes, Jeremy Renegade, eh? Well, that's a badass name. No! Oh, Renner. That's slightly less badass. Sounds too much like Rennie. You know, those heartburn and indigestion pills we keep having to take because you use too much garlic in our meals? I don't mind it sprinkled on curries, but when you're spicing up our morning bowl of Lucky Charms, you go too far, Agnew. Oh! You know, I heard this fella goes by the name Jeremy Rentboy between gigs. That's why he always looks permanently miserable whenever he's on screen and away from his true passion in life. Getting buggered behind the Walmart bins. Oh! I don't care if we get sued. I can prove it. It's not defamation when you go out to dumpster dive in LA to call dibs on those sweet, sweet chicken in a can products they have to legally throw out after their sell-by date passes. And you find discarded rubber johnnies all over the floor and just see the tail end of an Avenger hot-tailing it back to his car before any of the paps can clock him. Nah! Oh, that was Downey Jr., now he's done with Marvel and totally unemployed? Oh, shit! We need to lawyer up, Agnew! Quick! You go get the number of our attorney. That's 015 lawyer for you. Whilst I skim through this show and see if I can dig up any dirt on this Rentboy fella. No! Oh, shit, I just slandered him again. Just put the thing on, Agnew. Oh, I feel so bad for this Renner guy already. He doesn't even get his own Marvel Studios logo color. This guy can't catch a break. Also, I'm just gonna call him Renegade from now on, because Renner is just too lame a name for a superhero guy. Oh my god! This little girl's beautiful and fancy house in upstate New York has just been totally destroyed. I hope her clearly working class parents have annihilation by dimension hopping space aliens as part of their home insurance plans. Well, I for one am very glad that we didn't have to sit through an entire episode to watch for ourselves how this cake girl trains to be a world class archer and grows to be a highly capable fighter to boot. And to think, they managed to cover all this characterization simply in the span of the length of the opening credits. It's genius, Agnew. Why can't all TV shows use story hacks like this? The Terminator, for instance, would be a much shorter film to sit through if Sarah Connor was just a badass warrior from the beginning. Yeah, you're right, Agnew. These Oscar-winning directors like James Cameron could learn a thing or two from these low-rent Marvel writers on how to write a strong female character and make their backstories totally believable through the fundamental rule of tell, don't show. Okay, somebody's got to be held responsible for this, right? Because that's a lot of freaking damage right there. Or is she just going to get away with it because she's a rich girl with white privilege? Arr? I don't know. That's just what TV tells me happens when you're white and wealthy. You just get away with shit. I mean, look at us. We totally got away with Watergate, right? I love the Christmas theme. I'm getting real Die Hard vibes here. I wonder if a bald guy in a white vest top is going to show up yelling, "We're family!" Arr! Oh, I'm getting mixed up between the classic Die Hard flick and the recent Vincent Diesel sequel, Fast and Furious 15, Turns out blood is thicker than water. Well, you can't blame me. It does sound awfully similar to Yippee-ki-yay, we're family. Steve Rogers the musical, eh? I'm just glad Cap is no longer alive to see this travesty. Man, this is painful. Arr! You know how some women just look at handsome, ripped guys like Jason Momoa and joke, I just became pregnant. Well, watching this pansy-ass musical number, I think I just became a butt muncher.
No, it's fine if you don't want to watch the show. I mean, I know everyone misses her, but she was your best friend.
His daughter out here with a face like Little Nicky.
Please.
Yeah.
Dinner is on us.
Oh, no, that's not necessary.
It's necessary. You saved our city.
Thank you.
Free Chinese food for saving the city? Quick, Agnew, get my super suit. Arr! I don't care if it's still with the dry cleaners trying to wash my own blood out of it after I got pummeled the last time I tried to be a do-gooding vigilante out in Kenosha. I guess that's what you get when you get too cocky and don't take along an AR-15 with you. Why is she dressed like a budget Tommy Wiseau at a wake? Why would you pull your balaclava up to reveal your face in the middle of the road? You already have eye holes to see, damn it.
Do not destroy this apartment.
Heh, this dog be like, I'm gonna shit everywhere, you fucking bitch. Now he's pulling his mask off in the middle of the street? What if someone's looking out of the window above you? What's even the point in wearing those things?
Why you making it so tough on us, bro?
Oh, come on, it's clearly a woman. Look at her diminutive size and sparkling eyelashes.
Come on.
Come on is damn right. You know, I'd be embarrassed too if I saw that my super-duper supersuit easily fits a little girl. So that was episode 1. Man, poor Hawkeye's had 7 minutes of screen time in the entire first 45-minute episode. He's a cameo in his own series, damn it. I thought the only reason to give him this show was because he only had 7 minutes of screen time throughout the entire MCU Avengers series. Now he's got his own program and has even half of that in his own show. What's this Feige fella got against Jeremy Renegade to keep humiliating him like this? Also, this actor has the same expression on his shriveled up walnut of a face that he had in the movies. A sense of, why am I here? I mean, his super stick was that he was excellent with a bow and arrow and has uncanny aim. But now a 12-year-old girl can do exactly the same thing because she was trained up within 90 seconds of the animated opening title sequence. So what's his USP exactly? If anyone could be taught to be awesome with a bow, why do they need him in the team? Why don't they have an army of Hawkeyes already? Whatever. Like with any Michael Bay movie, let's just try not to think about these things too much. Onwards to episode 2.
Yeah, no, oh, I'm fine. You should see the other guys.
I did. Tracksuit Mafia.
That's their name.
Oh my god, these bad guys are unironically called the Tracksuit Mafia. Was this the result of a bet in the writer's room as to who can come up with the worst name? Why couldn't they just go with the Mask Masters, the Balaclava Boys, or the Hooded Hose?
Because the person that wore this suit made a whole lot of enemies.
She's made enemies in tracksuits? We did that on our holidays in England back in the 90s. Chavs, I believe they call them over there. He just ducks under the police line and not one of the crowd behind tries to say anything or alert the cops as he casually puts on a fire crew jacket? And just look at that framing. The people would have to be staring right at him doing it. And he's a frickin' world-famous Avenger, for God's sake. This is some poorly framed directorial trash, Agnew.
Come on, Lyle, let's go. Oh, what's with this face?
I told you, it's Little Nicky.
What about trick arrows?
There are no trick arrows, Kate.
Bah! Oliver Queen has trick arrows. This budget Green Arrow guy can't hold a candle to my man Ollie. Why has her own mother not asked how she tore up her face? She asked about that admittedly garish orange jacket suit, but not her cut-up bandaged face.
And I'm gonna take that suit.
Just let me kill you. I'll give you the suit.
No.
Come on, man.
Okay, I ask again. How does this suit magically fit 5'8" Jeremy Renner, 5'6" Haley Steinfeld, and now this 6'3" giant chocolate guy? That was the worst fucking typing I've ever seen. I mean, the first message has the word yet, but she doesn't even press the Y key once. Fire the playback guy. Arr! Still a better Scottish accent than Jude Law in Black Sea.
One of Hitler's U-boats is just sitting on the seabed.
It's Juicy Smollett. I can't believe he's out of prison already.
Glad it did it. Merry Christmas.
You too. Clint?
Look at his height. I told you the guy's about a foot taller than this Jeremy Renegade fella. Yet the suit fits both of them perfectly. What the heck is going on? Why is nobody mentioning this? I feel like I'm being gaslit by Kevin Feige again. Just like the time he told me Captain Marvel wouldn't just be a woke vehicle for feminist propaganda. But then there's a scene where a guy tells her to cheer up, and instead of just flipping him off, she just straight up steals his motorcycle. And we're supposed to cheer on a blatantly criminal act just because it shows her standing up to the patriarchy, I guess. Have they still not asked her about her busted up face? What's the matter with these people?
How many people get murdered by sorority here in New York? I'm gonna go ahead and guess 0.
Wrong! Who's this Echo Broad? Another female villain for the Marvel TV shows this year. What the heck have they got against sausage havers? So let's recap. The antagonist in WandaVision was a woman. The leader of the Antifa people in Falcon and the Nondescript Caucasian Soldier was a woman. The bad girl in Loki was a woman. And now we have this Asian chick who's shaping up to be the baddie in this show, who's a woman. I don't know, Agnew. I'm starting to feel a little bit marginalized over here. Arr! You're right. I am assuming their genders. Since we don't know what's between their legs, I guess we can't really comment. But anyway, maybe episode 3 will be better. Look, Agnew, she's footloose.
I buy Imagine Dragons tickets for my girlfriend.
Imagine Dragons, eh? Is that a new street name for Spice? You know, I imagined dragons once. Turns out I was just high on cat, and a mangy dog was licking my face on the streets of Queens. Oh yeah, I forgot. This guy was supposed to be deaf too. So many roles for deaf people on TV now. Between this, Eternals, and The Walking Dead, the hearing impaired are in danger of now being overrepresented. Arr! What? Why is there a random trampoline there?
Wait. We're out of regular arrows.
What do you mean? Oh my god, trick arrows? Play-Doh arrow?
Hey, he does have trick arrows after all. Though he definitely got the idea from my man Ollie. Arr! Look, a plunger arrow. We could have used that one last night after you dropped a steaming deuce into the bidet. Arr! Acid arrows. I can't wait for alkaline versions, like toothpaste arrows. At least you'll be minty fresh as you bleed out from the puncture wound.
Shoot up!
Oh my god, a Hank Pym enlarging arrow. I bet these would sell a large fortune on Love Honey.
Take this. Cover me.
The USB arrow? What am I supposed to do with this? God, I hope we've got a dongle arrow to make this useful.
Flash drive arrows. He gives it to her as a last resort though, as it probably contains his 35 gigabyte stash of midget porn.
Block. Delete.
Maybe they should call him Hawk Dongle. Arr, massive song. No, because of the flash drive arrows. Get yourself out of the gutter, Agnew. So we have a deaf hero, a deaf villain with a mangy foot, and now a one-eyed dog. Is anyone on this show normal? Wait, this was directed by Bert and Bertie? I can't believe Marvel have been reduced to having their shows produced by actual puppets. I mean, I know Phase 4 is creatively bankrupt, but if they're flat out hiring Muppets now, then they're not even trying anymore, damn it. Oh, I'm thinking of Bert and Ernie from Sesame Street. Well, you can't blame me, these people have the stupid names. Oh, just shut up and put episode 4 on, damn it.
But you are working together.
So, still not gonna ask why her face is all cut up, huh? For God's sake, he's pressed the O key like 5 times. Again with this green screen crap. Why can't they just give him a real phone or a BlackBerry with physical keys? It's so distracting, damn it.
You know what they say. Life is short. You never know what you're going to get.
But I thought life was like a box of chocolates. Sticky if not handled right. Strapping ice-cold juices to his limbs. That's what I used to do as a kid when we were broke, but Mama was determined to ensure I could go trick-or-treating at Halloween, dressed as Mr. Freeze.
How do we get more trick arrows?
Well, there are no more trick arrows. Have a few more trick arrow heads. You can't just put them on any shaft, you know?
Nixon.
I want you to hit something. Fine, live forever without me believing you. I'll just tell every stranger that I see Hawkeye is full of bolts. Whoa.
Hey, that looks like a very handy trick. Okay, now you try, Agnew.
1 hour later.
Okay, for God's sake, stop. We've withdrawn all our pennies from the bank, and this is the last quarter we have to our name, damn it. Why did we decide to practice right by the frickin' window? And why did we think to close it first? Oh!
You lost your family in the blip.
Yeah.
God, that must have been devastating.
Yeah, there were no words.
Well, that makes it easy for the scriptwriters, I guess. They must have been writing this at 3 p.m. on a Friday afternoon and wanting to get to the bar to get the weekend started stat. So we just had flashbacks to him losing Natasha and his whole family and how painful that was for him during the blip in Endgame. And now the show thinks it's funny for a character to drink from a Thanos was right mug. Surely that's like living through the Holocaust and then drinking from a Hitler was right mug. What the fuck, writers? That's not dark humor. That's just pure cruelty. It's a budget blonde Black Widow woman. Try saying that 5 times fast. Arr! Okay, whilst you do, I'm going to go ahead and put on episode 5. Arr! Blah blah. Blah budget Black Widow woman. Blah budget Black Widow woman. Blah budget Black Widow woman.
Hi there, Anna.
It's baby Black Widow. And she's back, spraying red gas to wake up her fellow agents. Almost like some kind of great awakening I keep hearing about on the chats. I guess in the end, we all do our part to help wake up the normies. Just like us when we turn off CNN in TV stores. She got Thanos'd in the bathroom. Hey, no fair. Last time I got Thanos'd in the bathroom, I went to jail for a week. Oh. Okay, now she's addressing her wounds. It's about time. Mother of the Year, eh?
Kate Bishop. Hi. I made macaroni if you want some.
Now baby Black Widow is cooking for her. Never accept food from a Russian, Agnew. Remember that time when we had to fly to Moscow on official presidential business in '72? And the Soviet leader, Leonid Brezhnev, greeted us at the airport with his homemade beef stroganoff. We spent the next 6 hours on the can whilst his team interrogated our aides for classified US secrets. It's like Mama Nixon always used to say. Foreigners are scary and mostly bad people, Dickie.
Ugh, I love hot sauce.
Speaking of, all hot sauce does is feed the toilet. Again, we have to find out these things the hard way, Agnew. Arr, arr.
I want to see the Empire State Building, the new and improved Statue of Liberty, and the Rockefeller Center.
Well, make sure you have your Vax passports, or the only piece of rock you'll be seeing is Big Dave's when he bends you over in the showers to suck on his lollipop. Fat man used cars, eh? What a strange sign. Wouldn't you promote something more relevant if you're a chunky lad? Like Fat Man's Krispy Kremes. Or Charlington Chews. Holy shit, it's Batman.
A few moments later.
Oh, it's just the rent boy dressed as Ronin. Oh shit, I did it again. Any luck getting hold of our lawyer, Agnew?
Yes, your boss.
Why is he only signing some words? This seems very inconsistent. I mean, if she can read lips, why sign it all? And if she can't, why not sign everything? Oh, I'm so confused, damn it.
I bet you're wondering how I found you.
You tracked my phone again, didn't you?
Why, tracking his phone? Why would an Avenger trying to stay off grid carry around a smartphone to be tracked? Wouldn't he have a burner phone? And why does he walk around NYC with his face on show? This Hawkeye guy gives off a lot of mixed messages.
Oh, good job.
Hi, that's what we used to do with you, Agnew. You know, to tame you after all those years spent being raised in the wild. Dar? What, you think it's normal to have no head? Wolves get hungry, Agnew.
Well, that's the guy I've been worried about this whole time. Kingpin.
Oh my god, it's the Kingpin! Remember from that Daredevil flick a few years back? He seems to have had a Michael Jackson skin bleach since we last saw him. But man, I can't wait for Ben Affleck to show up next week and help the two Hawkeyes to kick this guy's chubby butt. Oh, no! Wait, Netflix? A big fat man in a white suit. And no, it's not James Corden. It's that Kingpin fella again. Hey, that reminds me. If Kingpin's still around, maybe he can put us in touch with Matt Murdock. You know, that blind lawyer who can do karate shit and knows a thing or two about law. We really need some legal advice ASAP, Agnew. No! Wait, fiction? So it was the mom all along, eh? And in other news, water is wet and Biden can't stop shitting his pants.
Must it be a reconciliation?
What must be what?
Fact check, true.
You should go home. You should be with your family. You can still make it in time for Christmas.
Kate, you're my partner.
And she just creamed her knickers. Making more trick arrows. Wait, high-tech magnets and flash bombs? You don't need all this fancy schmidt. Just use Tabasco. I'm telling you, no matter which hole it gets into, that poor sucker will be out for the count for a fucking month.
Assets? Well, we have those all over the party.
The bar's full of LARPers. Only they're LARPing as bar staff instead of ye olde medieval warriors, which is like so lame. So a Black Widow walks into a bar.
Get down.
Wait in the window. Wait in the window.
Missy, little house. Come on.
This guy can't hit a frickin' thing and just broke a few fancy windows. He's kinda like me when I'm trying to play sniper assassin levels in the new Hitman games. 2 girls, 1 left. I like where this is going, Agnew. Aroo.
A few moments later.
What was that?
I don't know.
No! Oh my god, what is happening?
Well, they tore off each other's clothes, but it wasn't the saucy surprise I was hoping for. What a bummer.
What are you doing?
Did nobody else see that? Is this just normal in Marvel's New York City? Holy mother of moly!
Clint, the tracksuits are here.
Oh, his Amazon parcel arrived early for Christmas. Oh, wait, no, that's just what this show calls its goons. Carry on. You know, last time I saw a bird in a bush, it had a very different outcome. But I signed an NDA never to talk about George's wife's lesbos sessions. LARPers assemble. And then proceed to just guide population traffic. Man, this is more budget than that Defender series a few years ago.
Kate, what just happened?
Kate.
An acid arrow. You know, I really hope they're trained enough not to accidentally shoot that in someone's face during the heat of battle. Oh my god, this is like a Rocksteady Arkham game come to life. Yeah, half these people aren't getting back up. Like ever.
What happens to them now?
You know, I haven't rewatched the Ant-Man movies in a while, but don't you have to have a special suit to be safely atomized? Also, how the heck can she see which arrow she's pulling out of her back? She doesn't even glance at the label before firing. What if that was another acid arrow? Huh, it's Crouching Russian Hidden Black Widow. Where the heck has she been all this time?
I need to know what happened. I need to know what happened. I need to know what happened.
Get to the chopper!
Did he just rip a car door off with his bare hands? How? He has no powers, right? Or can you just get that strong by gorging on KFC all day? Agnew! Fire up Uber Eats and order me 6 bargain buckets and a side order of wings. I'm gonna get so jacked I'll finally be able to enter that strongman competition that's only for beefed up heads in a jar. Oh! Ah! So let's recap. No, not like that. Fisk's just ripped a car door off with his bare hands. He's also just shaken off a car hidden in full pelt. He's been wailing on her and smacking her across the room even after previously being kicked in the ribs by Yelena earlier. And somehow she's still up and running around, but just took out the big guy in the span of a few minutes, even though it took Matt Murdock 3 whole seasons to accomplish the same thing. So is she now technically more powerful than Daredevil at this point? Echo kills her henchman in like 3 seconds flat, despite her being missing a limb. Dude never even stood a chance, did he? No pun intended.
How do you know that?
Your secret whistle with Nat.
They had a secret whistle? You know, I had a secret whistle with my uncle back in the day, but, oh, I think we really do need that lawyer, Agnew.
Sometimes family doesn't see eye to eye.
They killed Kingpin, and so easily too. Why didn't Daredevil ever think of just shooting him in the face? Would have been a quick season for sure, but efficient and would have saved a boatload for the producers on catering.
And I know that you think that you can live your life without consequences. Someone has to take responsibility.
You're under arrest for the murder of Armand Duquesne III.
Is this what heroes do? Arrest their mothers on Christmas?
Wait, did her mom really just give a 5-minute speech about the importance of facing consequences as an adult, and then in the same sentence ask her young daughter if, quote, heroes really arrest their moms on Christmas? Tone deaf, Agnew.
You know, I saw you with your sword earlier.
Oh yes, but fencing always gives me blue bars, and you can't blame me for stopping to knock one out. Oh, you mean this sword? Oh yes, of course. Forget that other thing.
Thank you.
Ah, so the Rolex they were after the whole time belonged to Jeremy Renegade's wife. And it's a S.H.I.E.L.D. logo, which means she must have been a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent at some point. Arr! Oh, I hate Bushy Bird. Really? The number 19 also alludes to her identity being Bobby Morse, aka Mockingbird from the comics? Well, she's no Adrian Palicki from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but it's a pretty cool twist nonetheless. Okay, so that's that, Agnew. What do we think? Personally, I thought the show started out a bit slow in the first 2 episodes, but by the time the 2 Muppets began directing from episode 3, things got a whole lot better. Arr! My favourite part was when that giant kingpin fella got his ass handed to him by a little girl. Thank God they brought this beloved character back and let him come out with his dignity intact. I'm just glad they've made the Netflix shows officially part of the MCU now. Although they could probably leave Iron Fist and Davos over there, to be fair. Anyway, I give this show 7.4 bubblegum arrows out of 10. Hawkeye was pretty good, though I preferred his brother, Peregrine fucking Pinkyfinger. Got it, Agnew. Oh, shut up! What score are you giving it, Agnew? Really? 7.9 baby black widows out of 10? Let me guess. You didn't like the super obvious reveal of the mom being behind it all, nor did you respect the lazy bait and switch with the Zorro stepdad guy. But you appreciated the fact that they gave Clint Barton some further story to work with, and humanized him to a point the movies could never afford the screen time to do. Oh, you just thought Kate was super sexy and the little doggy was pretty cute too. I guess that makes sense. I'm just glad they eventually let this Jeremy Renegade fella hold his own for once. Remember how in the first Avengers flick he gets his ass kicked by Natasha and spent the bulk of the movie as Loki's brainwashed meat puppet? And let's be honest, Loki didn't even need an Infinity Stone to do that. He could have just used CNN, damn it. And in Age of Ultron, he's just a dude with arrows who barely does anything. T'Challa even slaps him around in a later movie, so it's just good to see a former rent boy clean up his act and be successful. Oh God, Agnew! Have you still not sorted that lawyer? I've slandered him like 6 times in this review. For God's sake, man, we're screwed. If you don't come through for us soon, Agnew, we're gonna have to bite the bullet and call it Rudy Giuliani. That's right, Agnew. We'll be represented in court by the human squid.